So you punch a woman in the face allegedly because she doesn't want to have sex with you because you're married and she's not attracted to you.
A disturbing video from December 2024 is back in the spotlight, showing comedian Corey Holcomb allegedly punching fellow comedian Cristina Payne outside the Hollywood Improv in California. After the clip resurfaced, Payne sat down with TMZ for an emotional interview where she said she's been in fear for her life and sometimes feels unable to leave her home. She claims the altercation was not an isolated incident and says Holcomb had previously threatened her months earlier. Payne also alleges that a gun was involved the night of the incident and claims it was handed off to another comedian shortly before she was hit. She says the full context of the situation was never shown publicly and that she struggled to get consistent help from law enforcement. According to Payne, attempts to appeal or push the case forward stalled due to a lack of resources and support. Despite everything, she says she is leaning on her faith and recently shared a Bible verse about pain giving way to joy. Holcomb, who reportedly also has a restraining order against Payne, has not addressed her latest claims. The situation has sparked intense online conversations about safety, accountability, and how women are treated in comedy spaces. Let's take a look at some reaction to this news, and be sure to subscribe and leave your thoughts on this incident in the comments below.
So earlier this week, I heard about Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels almost got into fisticuffs. Anton Daniels even invited him to the fight after he acted as if he wanted to fight, and nothing happened. However, also earlier this week, I heard that Corey Holcomb actually put hands on Cristina Payne. Now, we all know the common denominator is Corey Holcomb. Okay, but I got a quick question, and maybe I'm missing something, but can anyone tell me why he was so readily available and willing to punch a woman in the face, but not a man? Wait a minute. Let me not make this about gender. So could you tell me why he was so readily available to punch Cristina Payne in the face, but not Anton Daniels? Someone that's almost his size and height. It's perplexing. I don't know.
So add Corey Holcomb to the list of problematic comedians. Let's talk about it. So TMZ just dropped a very spicy story about comedian Corey Holcomb. The story includes a video, so go over there and see it yourself. It's not just me saying it, showing Corey Holcomb punching another comedian in the face outside of a Hollywood comedy club. But let me add that the comedian is a woman. Yes, you heard me right. The video shows Corey Holcomb punching fellow comedian Cristina Payne squarely in the face. Now, apparently what Cristina was saying, because they interviewed her after dropping the video yesterday, she says that they were outside of the comedy club and they were like participating in like a roasting session. I think things got a little too hot, and you see in the video Corey walking up to Cristina and punching her squarely in the face. Now, I do got to give a shout out to the other men that were surrounding them, because once they witnessed Corey punching her in the face, baby, they came down on Corey something tough, and they put the paws and the feet on him. Now, Cristina still seems to be very traumatized by this incident, and rightly so. And she is saying that Corey is continuing to threaten her to this day. This incident happened in December of 2024, and that Corey is still threatening her to this day. She's afraid to leave the house. She's very scared of him. So yeah, that's a wrap for me and Corey Holcomb. He's going to be on the list with Ari Spears. Any man that puts his hands on a woman, I don't deal with at all, and I certainly don't find it funny. So get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this incident involving Corey Holcomb, and most importantly, do you still plan to support his comedy? I hope not. If you found value in this post, please make sure to like as well as share, and don't forget to follow the Black Zest Society, where pop culture, politics, and money meet.
It's Wacky Wednesday. I had to jump on here and chat with y'all real quick, because today I'll be discussing Mr. Corey Holcomb. And he's in hot water, because this time it's not his controversial, red pill, misogynistic, and dark views that are receiving criticism. This time He's been seen in a viral video striking a fellow comedian, Miss Cristina Payne, outside the Hollywood Improv. The video surfaced, but it happened actually in December of last year. Initially, he denied that there was an altercation, but Miss Cristina Payne sat down with popular vlogger Miss Tasha K, and she gave first-hand account of what happened on that night. So in December, they were outside the club. She was, I guess, performing there, and he was outside with his entourage in the parking lot, and they were drinking and doing what guys do. She comes out. Now, side note, they have a history. They'd had words before. They've known each other because at one point she had a radio show, I think in DC. Don't quote me. And he was a guest as well as other comedians. So when he started a project in LA, he invited her to be a part of it, allegedly. And he made advances towards her, allegedly. And she rejected him because, as she said, he's married. So he rescinded the offer for her to work with him. And they had some heated words, so much so that onlookers were encouraged to help her. In fact, his exact words were, allegedly, if someone loves her, they better get her before I super sock this bitch. Let's move on. Fast forward. She comes out the Hollywood Improv. She was waiting for her car. She's speaking to someone else. He jumps in. They go back and forth. They're clowning each other, making jokes, yo mama jokes, whatever they're saying. You know what comedians do. Their humor is different. It escalated when she starts saying he was stealing others' jokes and he wasn't funny and his career was on a decline. He took it personal. It went a little further to the fact that people were kind of saying, you know, go ahead, y'all stop, whatever, trying to break it up. Well, she admitted that she said, you're not going to do nothing. You didn't do anything last time. She could have walked away. She could have de-escalated. He's a man. He could have walked away. He could have de-escalated. Neither did. They chose violence. She fanned the flames and he went to hell with it. At some point, he just reached over and he punched her in the face. A security guard who was there intervened. His entourage jumped the security guard. In conclusion, this is what I'll say. As a woman, I have to be fair and unbiased. I'm going to always say a man should never put his hands on a woman unless he fears for his life and she has a weapon and he's defending himself. But a man should never strike a woman. And he did so. And that was a coward move and that was super whack. On the other hand, Miss Cristina was going back and forth with a man that she says had been drinking. She admitted she had taken edibles. And so she was a little more maybe riled up, maybe a little too comfortable with having a verbal exchange with a man that was upset and felt that you were getting the best of him in the comedic aspect or in the verbal assaults. She should have walked away. It's not a good idea to go toe-to-toe with a man, period. But that doesn't alleviate him the responsibility of acting as a man and not putting his hands on a woman regardless of what she says or what she does. Again, unless you fear for your life. So in this role of both of them, they both played their parts in this incident. But I'm still going to hold Corey, Mr. Holcomb, responsible because he is a man and he did not act as a man should and a grown-ass man in his 50s should have. That's my thoughts. You let me know what you think, and we'll talk about it. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.
Man, I didn't want to make this video. I really pondered on it for a while, but I had to put the biases aside because I had to be consistent. Corey Holcomb is somebody, he's a comedian that I actually like. I'm very particular when it comes to certain comedians. I don't think a lot of people that other people think are funny, I don't think they're funny. But with Corey Holcomb, I really think he's somebody that's funny. But like when seeing this here, This is Carter 4K surveillance footage shows Corey Holcomb punching comedian Cristina Payne in the face, an accusation he previously denied. Now, I'm against violence, especially like violence towards women in any form. And I've had people in my life or whatever that have experienced that, so or like witnessed it firsthand. So like I'm totally against this crap. And like what's even worse is the fact that when it came to Anton Daniels, he was able to show restraint towards him. It was, oh, I'm gonna get in your face, I'm gonna talk junk, I'm gonna do all of this stuff, I'm gonna do everything I can to give you a chance for me not to resort to violence against you, which is cool. And, you know, people have been talking about, you know, Corey Holcomb is a person that don't back down, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatever. But I look at the situation with Anton Daniels that just happened, and I look at this situation with this sister here. I feel personally there's nothing in the world that this woman could have said that could have provoked you strong enough to where you will resort to this, to putting your hands on that woman like that. And to me personally, it's one of the weakest things I've ever seen, because he literally punched that woman like she was a man. And I understand, you know, some women provoke it, some women got it coming, this, that, like all of that stuff I hear, whatever. I can understand that. But one of the things about being a man is being able to show restraint, especially towards a woman. And for him to stoop that low in order to hit this woman, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. But it goes to show a lot of the times what I always say about really don't know these celebrities and what they're really about or who they really are. So it's never wise to constantly put yourself out on a limb for these people, because you don't even really know them for real. And this is just a pathetic display of masculinity in any form. And I'm just so disappointed in this dude, because the world watched you show all the restraint in the world when it came to a man. But when it comes to a woman, you get this. Y'all can make any excuse in the world that y'all want for this dude. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about it, or make like do whatever. But like seeing this proof is just like it's something that I can't look past. I'm sorry, my morals and my ethics won't let me look past it, and I don't look at this man the same.
So you punch a woman in the face allegedly because she doesn't want to have sex with you because you're married and she's not attracted to you. Corey Holcomb ended up punching a woman in the face. Now, they have 12 years of beef. And really it's one-sided, because Corey wanted her to be a part of his radio show that he had, and she said no. I guess they were doing like some comedies together, and she was in a hotel room, and they kind of were in the same hotel. Now, he wanted to come up, and she said no. She goes on to say that last year in June, when they saw each other again, he says, if someone loves her, get her before I sock her in the face. And then following that, in December, he actually did what he said he was going to do.
Being flipped totally about the truth and what happened.
That you hit him.
That's what now I'm hearing is word on the street, that I'm
right.
attacker now.
now or
Why
something.
do you think he's saying that?
He doesn't want to go to jail, probably most likely. I mean, it is an assault.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are witnesses who saw what happened, but he also has people who are willing to lie for him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below.